On the final and 12th day of Vlogmas, I present to you how I make consistent sales on Poshmark. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, my name is Nicole and I'm a part-time reseller on Poshmark, and Merry Christmas Eve to those who celebrate, and also a very merry early Christmas to those who celebrate as well. Today is the final day of Vlogmas here on my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed the last 12 days of me going through the different videos with you guys, and I hope you learned something from all of these different videos. Today's video is going to basically cover how I make consistent sales on Poshmark. I really do strive to get consistent daily sales on Poshmark. Mostly for the second half of the year, my sales were very consistent month to month. So I wanted to talk about what I do to really ensure that I make those consistent sales on Poshmark, and maybe you could try some of these things if you haven't already, and maybe this could help you get more consistent sales on the platform as well. If you want to check out one of the other days of Vlogmas, you could definitely do that after you watch this one, and make sure that you're subscribed because I still have more videos coming out this year that are going to help you make more sales on Poshmark and are just going to be more tips. And I also have really exciting videos coming out in the new year that are basically going to cover things that you should do to prepare for the next year of reselling on Poshmark. So hopefully you stick around and you are subscribed to watch those videos. Okay, so like I mentioned before, my sales have been very consistent ever since probably about July or so. And this is like a new thing for me because I feel like I haven't had any luck doing this in prior years, but I was really able to make sales for a very long period of time in a row. And I feel like, again, I did a lot of things differently than I normally would, so I'm going to kind of talk about those in today's video. But it's really helpful to make sure that you are noticing what you are doing that's different, because for a while I couldn't figure out what I was doing like differently, and I was like, oh, I don't know what's really helping, what's not helping. But these couple things have really made a big difference for me. So one being sharing my closet throughout the day, and people again don't realize how important this is until they see that it really does make a difference. So share multiple times. I share every hour, and I think that really helps. I also share overnight using my VA, so my listings are constantly being shared. And this is just really getting more eyes in front of my listings, and it's really just making it better for me because my items are constantly being shared. So this is also really important to make sure that you're doing every single day. The next thing that's really important to do every single day is to relist your stale inventory. So I talked about this. I made a whole day of Vlogmas just based on what relisting is and how to relist. So if you missed that video, definitely follow that one and make sure that you watch it, because that's going to have some great tips on how to relist and what it means to relist and why it's so important to do that. But basically, a gist is that relisting gets rid of that stale inventory from your closet, and your items get stale after 60 days of them being listed. So you want to make sure that you're giving your pieces the best chances of selling. And so if they're stale, they're not going to get that best chance of selling. They're not going to sell. So you want to make sure you're relisting every single day. I do about 15 to 20 each day, and I think that's so important to do. Along with relisting, I also think it's really important to list new items every single day. This is also really important, and again, it's something that makes such a big difference. Your items are going to come up in the fresh closets and the fresh new and just added, and this is going to help you make more sales. So I really recommend listing as much as you can every day. Again, I list and relist every day, and that combination really makes sure that I get those consistent sales. The next thing that I do to really make sure my sales are consistent is sending out offers immediately after I get likes on an item. So I made a video a couple weeks ago where I talked about how I have my VA send out offers for me right after I get a like on an item, basically 1 minute later, and how much that has really changed the game for me, how I'm making more daily sales from that. So I think sending out the offer right away when you get a like is so important, because the person is thinking about it. They're not gonna have time to really change their mind, like, you know, the item's on their mind right then and there. So it's so important to do that. But also, like, especially for those people that are impulsively shopping overnight, you want to make sure you catch them before they wake up and, you know, change their mind or find something better. So I always recommend sending out offers right away. So my VA sends them out right away for me, and it basically just makes it so I can really just be sending out offers no matter what I'm doing, if I'm busy, if I'm not busy. And I found that, like, I could spend 3 hours not even looking at my phone, and I could make several sales, and my closet is constantly being shared. So it's really nice to have that option. And it makes such a big difference on my sales, because a lot of those sales, if I had like sent out the offer myself later on, which is what I was doing for a while, I would end up missing the person. They would find a new listing, they wouldn't be interested anymore, or, you know, whatever the case is. But if the offer is going out right away, the item is on their mind and they're more likely to purchase. And the final thing I'm going to talk about in this video is to just make sure that you are accepting or countering every single offer. Do not decline offers, because that is going to hurt you in the algorithm. It's so important to not decline offers. Okay, so hopefully you enjoyed these tips on how to make more sales on Poshmark, and let's end Vlogmas with a clip of me vlogging here. I will show you different things that I've been doing and maybe some sales that I've packaged up. And again, like I said, hopefully you've enjoyed this Vlogmas, and maybe we could do this again next year. We are back in my closet. It's actually the same day I filmed the last clip in here. I actually took out those sales and then made 2 more sales after that. So I feel like that tends to happen actually when you know, make a couple sales and then you get them out and then you immediately get more. But anyway, we are here to package up those other 2 sales. So this first sale was a pack of 3 pairs of shorts, which is again surprising for December, but again, that's the main reason why you list everything all year round. And also this shirt that I need to fold up along with the shorts. And then the other sale is actually these tall Ugg boots that I'm happy to get to the new owner. The person sent me a really good offer on them. She probably was more happy with the offer than I am, but I'm okay with it because these have been sitting for some time and I'm just happy to get them to a new owner that can love and wear them. Let's get packaging. And of course, I'm putting my thank you card, my business card, and the sticker in the packages as well. Okay, the items are ready to go in the mailer. Okay, this one is ready to go. Just need to put the label on it. Now we're gonna work on the Ugg boots. Okay, now because these are tall boots, I need a tall box. So this is similar to the kind that we used for the last orders, but this is like tall and skinny, and this one kind of has its own like seal on it, which is kind of nice because you don't need to use any tape. So I'm just going to make the box, fold in the sides, and then cover these in some like packing material, and then I'll stick them in the box. And just like that, the one end is sealed, and this is what it looks like now. So let's get to putting the shoes in the box. And we will put the sticker, thank you card, and business card in the box. And there we go. Now it is all sealed up. This is a thicker box, and the boots fit just perfectly in here, so they are snug and they are not going anywhere. Let's get to putting the labels on both of these, and then I will get them out in the morning. So for the final day of Vlogmas, let's do a recap, and let's recap the entire 2 weeks of Vlogmas that we've done here. And like I said, you could watch any of those videos down below. So on the final and 12th day of Vlogmas, I presented to you how I make consistent and daily sales on Poshmark. On the 11th day of Vlogmas, I presented to you reasons why your listings aren't selling. On the 10th day of Vlogmas, I present to you ways that I source and basically strategies for going to the Goodwill bins. On the 9th day of Vlogmas, I present to you how you can relist and why it's so important to be relisting. On the 8th day of Vlogmas, I present to you ways to run a sale on your Poshmark. On the 7th day of Vlogmas, I present to you things I wish I knew before I started reselling. On the 6th day of Vlogmas, I presented to you the single most game-changing thing that has made a huge difference in my closet that could also help you in your closet. On the 5th day of Vlogmas, I presented to you a demo and a step-by-step tutorial on how to go live on Poshmark. On the 4th day of Vlogmas, I presented to you different tips and tricks to set up for your first live show on Poshmark. On the third day of Vlogmas, I presented to you some listing tips, description tips, and photographing tips that are going to help you have the most success on Poshmark. On the second day of Vlogmas, I presented to you the feature updates that Poshmark has provided regarding the search and discoverability on the app. And finally, on the first day of Vlogmas, I presented to you different ways to increase your sales on Poshmark. Hope you enjoyed this Vlogmas and hope you have a very Merry Christmas if you celebrate, or a Happy Hanukkah or Kwanzaa or whatever you celebrate. I hope you have a really wonderful holiday season. If you want to see another day of Vlogmas, you can click either one of these two videos right here. But until next time, I will see you then.